Hey everyone, this is Irvin here, aka TeamWithERVING. Today is July 28, 2019, making today a Sunday. Just wanted to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just another fellow trader looking for great idea to squeeze a few hundred pips out of this market. All right. Another thing that I wanted to bring it up, make sure you guys, if you guys don't have this app on your phone, make sure you download it so you can know exactly when this every session open, the London, the New York, Tokyo, and Sydney. So make sure go to FX hours and download it. Another thing that I also wanted to bring it up is make sure you also download my FX book so you can check the news and everything, because everything that I'm gonna be telling you today, it may change based on the news that may be released. So another thing that I also want to let you know is make sure you like and subscribe and comment. All right, today's we're gonna start with Euro USD. This pair is on the daily. Last Sunday I did this analysis that it was gonna the pair was gonna come down to where it is right now. So I was very successfully doing this strategy, and it has worked out on my benefit. Now, since this is last Sunday, then our goal is to do a reverse from that point on, which we already have the magenta dot. So which is the magenta is the weekly. So it's gonna do a reverse there, and then we have the daily dot, which is the Y one. So we're doing good, pretty good in that area. The next pair that I have here is the New Zealand USD. I also put this pair last Sunday. They was gonna do a pullback all the way to break the 23 Fibonacci line. As right now, it's doing exactly what it was expected to do. So we don't have that pullback yet, which is gonna the trend right now is up. If you see here, I highlighted last Sunday where the triple arrow is sitting. So the triple arrows are forming there. Once we have the triple arrow, then yes, we go ahead and take that pair. So if you would have take that trade right after the triple arrow, on this pullback, you would have grabbed 261 pips. So right now, so far on the pullback is doing 166 pip. So we're looking to drop 212 pip and then continue up. Again, the market is trending up, but right now it's doing the pullback. So based on our analysis from last Sunday, we are good to go on this one. The next pair that I have here is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Same thing. I did this analysis last Sunday and it worked out exactly what I expected. So it's doing the pullback, which I said it last Sunday that it was gonna do the pullback all the way to the 0 Fibonacci line. So we're not done yet. I'm expecting this trend to still come down. And once it hit our AA line and our Fibonacci line to the 0 line, it's gonna reverse from that particular area to probably about 50, 61 Fibonacci line. I highlighted last Sunday the triple arrow, which the triple arrow is showing that it's up. So I'm looking here on the daily chart. So far so good. So and then we got a big pick here on the TWE. That is showing us that it is strong. It's still an uptrend, but it's just doing a pullback. So just be on the lookout on this pair. The next pair that I have is on the Gbp Cad. This one, last Sunday I did an analysis as well. I said that this one was gonna drop maybe to the 0 Fibonacci line, which was gonna do a retrace back to the weekly and the daily dots in the 4 hours. So that's exactly what it's doing. So the retracement is not done yet. I do see two dots in there. So yes, it's doing the pullback, so it's not done yet, but the trend is right now. It's not a clear picture of what we're looking for, but we had the triple arrow showing down, so we don't have no triple arrow yet showing us the market is 100% bullish, so we need a little bit more confirmation. But once the pullback ends right with the retouch of the 0 Fibonacci line, we're looking for a nice pullback all the way to the 50 Fibonacci line. It may do another pullback all the way to retest the 0 Fibonacci line and the AA line, and then continue up. By that time, we should see the triple arrow going up on the daily. But so far, so good on this one. This is from last Sunday. And this is a new pair for this week on the New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian. So on this particular one, I'm looking into I do see here a triple arrow forming, and it's clearly stating that the market is bullish. So far right now it is doing a pullback, right? So I'm pretty sure this particular one, it may retest the previous low here, which, and this one, if you do see here, there is one touch in there, is another touch here, another touch here, then so most likely it will retest that particular area. And let me see if I can put a line here. See, it may retest that particular area, and there from there it should bounce back to the normal path where it is, because this market is bullish on the daily. So I'm looking this week hopefully to retrace probably by Wednesday. Hopefully it's done, and then we should see a retracement back to the normal path as bullish all the way to the 50 Fibonacci line up to the 61 Fibonacci one. So kind of like look at it on this one. If you pay attention here, we have a nice crossover as well that it match with the triple arrow on the MACD, and then we got a nice crossover on the ADX that is showing us the market is trending up, and then we have a nice peak on the TWE that is showing us the market is also going up. So probably I'm gonna be checking this next Sunday as well, so you guys can take a look at it and see how accurate this analysis on time they come out. So the next pair that I have, and this is from last Sunday as well, this is the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Did I just say that? Oh yeah, I'm sorry guys, let me delete this because I already discussed this pair. All right, the next pair that I have here is the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand. This is from last Sunday as well. Last Sunday I mentioned that we do have a triple arrow showing the market still trending up on the daily one. All right, so and we were looking for a pullback all the way to the 23 Fibonacci line, and or either to retest our previous low here. See, there's one touch there, another touch here, and that's exactly what it did. Now we do see two 4-hour dots in there, and now from that particular area, I said that the market may continue its way up how it's supposed to be all the way to the 61 Fibonacci line, and so far so good. It's working in our favor. So just another reminder on that one. We did this analysis the previous Sunday, and it's working exactly how we analyze the market. The next one that I have here is the Great Britain versus the Japanese yen. Let me go back here. All right, on this particular one, I do see here that I do see the triple arrow. All right, triple arrow showing us the market is a bullish market. And if you pay attention here as well, we got a nice crossover, and the bars are green. Then we got a nice crossover as well on the ADX, and then we got a nice peak on the TWE. So everything else is telling us here the market it went up right? So now I do see the yellow dot and the red dot. They just came in. So the market is gonna do a pullback all the way to retest back to the previous low of the triple arrow, which is the 0 Fibonacci line. From that particular area, we're looking into a continuation of the bullish, which may go up all the way to the 38 Fibonacci line, or either may retest and do another pullback once it touch the AA line. So that's just pay attention to that one. The next one that I have here is the Great Britain and the US dollars. Just look it up on the news, guy, because this pair is acting very weird. But based on what I'm seeing here is it may do probably will drop another 2-3 more candle down and do a retest back from that particular area, going up to probably the 23 or either to the 38 Fibonacci line as bullish market. So we do not have any strong confirmation yet, but I do see here the crossover as bullish is forming, and we don't have no clear indication yet on our ADX. So just kind of like, you know, pay attention what this week this market is gonna do. And then I do see here that the TWE peak is just did a nice peak on it. So yes, the market may go all the way up to the 38 Fibonacci line all this week, and just pay attention to this one. All right. The next pair that I have here is the US dollar versus the Canadian. In this particular one, I do see that we do have the triple arrow already. So, and it already touched the 23 Fibonacci line. So either from this particular area, it may do a drop, a pullback, all the way retesting back to the triple arrow and the 0 Fibonacci line, or either the AA line. But like you see, the triple arrow is a beast, because look at here, we got a nice crossover and the green bars are in there. And then we really got a nice crossover on the ADX, which is good. And then we got a nice peak on the TWE. So basically on this pair, yes, the market is trending up. So we may see a reversal, but the market may continue all the way up. And what I have realized also, sometime as soon as it retests the middle of the AA line, it loves to do a pullback from that particular area, probably 2-3 candle. It breaks this middle line, and then it reverses back. So if it does reverse back, probably it will reverse back and retouch our previous low. If you see here, we got 1 touch, 2 touch, we got another 3 touch, 4 touch, and this is gonna probably be the next one. So yes, it may retouch this 23 Fibonacci line, and it may continue as expected to go up, hopefully all the way to the previous high of the triple arrow. All right, that is my analysis for the US dollar versus the Canadian. And the next pair that I have here is the USD versus the Japanese. I don't know if I mentioned this already. Let me look. No, I didn't. All right, perfect. So on this particular trade here, I do see that we do have the triple arrow pointing down. So this is a bearish market. And we got the yellow dots, the white dot, and the 4 hours. So basically we got 4 hours daily and weekly, right? So everything else in that particular area, that's when the triple arrow shows up and the market dropped. And it came down all the way to the 78 Fibonacci line. From that particular area, it did a pullback almost all the way to the previous high of the triple arrow, which is the 0 Fibonacci line. So it was retesting between the 23 and the 0. So now I do see that we had two 4 hours dots in here, and this is on the 4 hours, right? So if you move to the lower time frame, maybe to the 15-minute, you're gonna see triple arrow. Guarantee you're gonna see the triple arrow. So I may go back so you can kind of like see it, but from this particular area, I'm looking on this one to do another drop how it's supposed to go all the way to either to break the 38 and 50 Fibonacci line. So it may come down all the way to our 50 Fibonacci line and do another retest back to the probably to here, right? Which, let's see how many touch we got here on our 23. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it may come all the way to touch. See, like I mentioned earlier, it usually does a pullback right after it breaks the middle of the AA line. So yes, it may come back to the 23 Fibonacci line, and then it may continue the way down how it's supposed to go, which is a bearish one. All right, so this is the analysis that I have for this week, and the last one that I have is on the US dollar versus the Swiss francs. On this one, guys, the market is been bullish all this time, so I do see the triple arrow there. All right, so you see here we got a nice crossover. The ADS was acting up, but yes, it was a crossover in there, and then we got the peak of the TWE, and then what did the market did a reverse back on the 78 Fibonacci line, right, from this particular area, and then it dropped back all the way to the 38 Fibonacci line, and then it went up all the way to retest our previous high, which is the 78 Fibonacci line. So from this particular, we don't have no dots in there. Just pay attention to this week. So probably by Tuesday, Wednesday, you should see 2-3 dots in there, which is gonna do a pullback from this particular area, right? So now what you can do is maybe you can add a trend line here, and if it breaks your trend line, yes, the market is expected to come down all the way to retest our previous low, or either the middle of our AA line. So from this particular area, then the market is gonna continue up how it's supposed to go all the way to our 0 Fibonacci line, or either to the previous high, which is this area here, which is the also the AA line. So pay attention to this one, because in here, if you do see here, we got a crossover showing us the market is bullish, and then we have a nice ADX crossover as well, telling us the market is bullish. And then right now we don't have no confirmation yet on the AA on the TWE. All we know is the market is bullish. So that's something that you should be looking up this week, and hopefully this analysis will help you this week, guys. And make sure you like and subscribe and comment if you want to, but please pay attention to the news, and I will highly suggest you to download the FX Hours app, and you know, pay attention when the market opens, when it closes. It tells you everything. And also pay attention to my Forex Books news to see what news are coming up this week. And so hopefully this video have been very helpful to you guys, and I don't think I have anything else. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.